Welcome to my book talk. I'm going to be talking to you about 5 books within the horror genre that are meant for adults that you can find within the Halifax Public Library catalog. First up is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Set in damp and muggy South Carolina, a single mother learns of the deaths of her parents and must return to her childhood home with her brother to help empty the house that cannot be sold until the spirits that reside within are removed. A story of sibling rivalry, grief, and a puppet by the name of Pumpkin, who has other plans for Louise in this house. Will the pair of siblings get along long enough to rid themselves of their newly acquired haunted house, walking away alive? Reminiscent of Chucky with a new age twist of Father Gitano's puppet catchism, this novel is sure to scare and delight fans of horror. Next up is The September House by Carissa Orlando. Stubborn, strong-willed Margaret and her husband Hal buy their ideal Victorian home, a haunted house that simmers darkly with tactile and verbal ghosts every September, leaving them to live relatively normal lives throughout the rest of the year. Following the rules, they live in the home for almost 4 years before Hal has had enough and leaves without a word. After Hal leaves, Catherine, the daughter of the pair, decides to visit, looking for her father. Will Margaret be able to keep her daughter safe from the ghastly hauntings within the house, and keep her safe from the familial secrets they all hold within themselves? A gruesome haunted house story for true fans of horror akin to Stephen King's short story 1408. The horror genre plays on and speaks to our worst fears, dread, menace, and terror. Next is Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. A woman named Vera must face her dark, insidious childhood when she is forced to return to her mother's home after years of being discarded by her mother. Her mother needs assistance around the house before she passes away. Vera is dipped back into her dark memories surrounding the home and her serial killer father. His journals are found within the home, where he buried countless bodies in the basement. Vera must face her own demons as well as the demons her father created to better understand her father, her mother, and her childhood. Filled with ominous foreshadowing, psychological suspense, and longing for approval from the people who raised her, Vera must find and face the truth to reveal every secret this damaged house has to offer. Fans of true crime and suspenseful horror, the likes of Anne Rule, will devour this novel. Up next is Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin. Set in New England, this is a story about 3 trans women attempting to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. A world where anyone with testosterone running through their veins becomes hungry for human flesh. This world is built around a grimy, violent atmosphere in which the characters must seek out estrogen to counteract the zombie-like men who are ravaging the world. Beth, Fran, and Indy are on the hunt for the valuable estrogen located in the testicles of the men who have become infected, so they can distill it into E and help rebuild some facet of the world they once knew. A gruesome tale with elements of sensuality, tenderness, honesty, and inspiration to offset the ghastly, violent themes. Fans of LGBTQIA stories will also enjoy The Road, will be gripped by the pages in this novel. Fans of horror enjoy being frightened or thrilled. Is that you? It's definitely me. Next is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. In this retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher, narrator Easton must go to their friend Maddie Usher to help discover what is plaguing the House of Usher as well as its inhabitants. A terrifying fungus is inserting itself throughout, consuming whatever it can and creating strange, eerie, and diabolical carnage in its path. Easton must discover what this off-putting fungus is, where it came from, and how to restore the House of Usher before Maddie and the rest of the Usher family are consumed by it, leading to their untimely deaths, Easton themselves included. Fans of Pride and Prejudice and zombies will consume this book like the fungus consumes the House of Usher. Thank you for listening to my book talk. I hope you found something that you might be interested in reading. As fans of horror, there are certainly different levels here in this book talk. There are some books that are very violent and gruesome, and some that are less so, but still haunting and definitely instill fear. I hope you found something that you can enjoy.